So you finally started playing your Horizon games, your Need for Speed, and you've all of a sudden gotten the massive urge to get sideways. But unfortunately, when we check that wallet, there's only about 600 bucks to our name, if that. But that is perfectly fine, because today we're talking about, can you start drifting with a small budget or without having to sell a kidney? All the daily driver, as much as some of us really do want to get rid of it for that race car. Alright. Let's get real. Drifting can be expensive. It looks vastly expensive at times. But if you play it smart, it doesn't have to be. First off is starting to pick your platform and picking it wisely. Miata E36 350Z, the holy trinity of budget builds. This is like the starter pack. Obviously, prices vary depending on how clapped out these cars are. Here's what actually matters. You need rear-wheel drive, manual transmission, as well as throw in any decent aftermarket parts that you can. You want simple and reliable stuff that when you break it, even you want to be able to work and fix it yourself with a wrench and some anger, with a couple YouTube tutorials thrown in there. Your base car can be hard to find at times, but if you look hard enough, you should be able to find something on the market that represents you and is reliable and something easy for you to work on and understand. So keep that eye out for that car. Your step 2 is where mods start coming in. Let's not fall into the TikTok trap of slamming your car. What you really need out of your car is a welded diff if you're going super cheap, or an LSD if you're trying to have that reliability and longevity in your differential. Some coilovers, now not strongly suggesting this myself, but if you are brave enough and have some big fucking chicken nuggets dangling from you, then you can try and do some used coilovers. Now there are super cheap ways to adjusting your angle on the car, like cutting knuckles and things like that, and I would strongly suggest to stay away from that side, as it kind of does ruin the longevity, reliability of that vehicle. I would definitely start looking into angle mods, as they are your recovery and savior when it comes to drifting. I think a massive thing that strongly gets overlooked would actually be the driver's seat. You are connected to the car solely by a seat. Your control and focus should never need to be on your positioning in your seat and trying to keep yourself still. Massive moment in Initial D we all remember was Bunta showing the bruising on his legs from having to hold himself in the corners. And this is an actual situation that you as a drifter will run into. So utilizing, or at least purchasing, a singular bucket seat for the driver will help massively, just to start and get you on the track. Now you could get into the scene sideways and ready back in the day for like 2K. Those days have long gone, since these cars have gotten way more sought after. Now if you really haggled like your life depended on it, you could get into the scene and on a track for around 5K. Now, as we did discover in one of the simulation videos, go check it out here if you want to see the full video, but we don't need the full best gear to get sideways, to get on the track. What we need is time and experience, and to enjoy the journey that is building a car, learning technique, and growing and chilling with your friends. Like, it is really insane to think about in 2015 you could literally get a 240 SX, a 180 SX, S13, anything remotely like that for about 3 to 4K. Now the market's fucking all over the place. Oh yeah, I got my 180 SX, no engine, no gearbox. Oh, it comes with a vape pen in the fucking glove box. No low balls. I know what I got. It's such a crazy time to see where we are at with these big named cars in the JDM scene. There's obviously a lot of things going to affect the market in the coming years moving forward in the drift scene. Social media cloud has taken every genre by surprise, let's be honest. Scarcity of old rear-wheel drive platforms and massive rising in cost of parts that are used. All these things combined are pushing the budget of drifting to like this luxury hobby for a lot of folk. But at the end of the day, we just have to pivot and think a little smarter. With the future, I believe that weird sleepers will start to pick up massively over the next 2 years. And I believe this because there's a massive scarcity of these like massive cars or massive titled cars that not everyone can get their hands on. Though we may want them, dream of them and think of them, they're really hard to get and prices are skyrocketing. So it's very possible old Volvos and pickup trucks could be skidding on the track soon. It's really cool to see a car doing something it shouldn't be. Also believe and have to give a massive shout out to Car X and Assetto Corsa, iRacing. These games are exploding the budget-friendly entry point. As covered quite a fair bit on this channel, the sim racing is definitely a possible entry point. For a couple $100, you're fully set up and not breaking a car. Don't have to pay rego, don't have to pay insurance, don't have to fuel it. You just load up your game and play your game and practice that way. Plus, with these beautiful EV cars on the rise, the days of cheap gas, junkyard parts, and old school builds might be very numbered. So if you're thinking about getting into drifting, now's the time. So there you have it, guys. Budget drifting. Is it still alive? Barely. And if you move fast and get in quick enough, you might get to enjoy some actual sideways action before the VR action starts to kick in. Now, if you did enjoy today's episode, then be sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below. Helps me, the algorithm, know what you guys like and want to see more of. Drop your budget drift build in the comments below. I'll be super keen to go over what everyone has. I want to see the wildest Facebook Marketplace Craigslist finds on the planet. Until next time, keep sideways and keep safe.